Welcome everybody to Sasha and Goff live recorded. I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff.
And we are back this week with our favorite and least favorite
Nerds.
People who are nerds from probably TV and movies and real life and all that kind of stuff. Goff, did you have any difficulties with this topic?
I think I had a harder time with my worst nerds. One of them, and which is weird too, because it was the last one that came to me, and it's probably the most obvious one. I feel I'm not going to say it now, but no, I do have. I got a lot of potent notables for this one because I love nerds.
Okay,
how about
sounds
you?
Good. I don't like nerds at all, but then it turned out I did have a big list of nerds that I do like. But yeah, I don't know. Star Trek and Star Wars, that's a bunch of nerd stuff, right? I got none of those people. I don't like any of that stuff. I think Star Wars has ruined our world.
See, I don't know if the Star Wars characters though would be considered nerds because they're not nerds, and you know what I mean. So
Star Wars fans. That should be my number 3. Star Wars.
There you go. Yeah, you could put Trekkies as number 2 or what? Yeah.
Good call. Although Spock probably would have been a good nerd, right? I don't think Spock was cool.
Spock is yeah. I don't know. You know what? I don't know shit about Star Trek. That's one show I just never cared for. I would.
But you like Star Wars stuff?
I can take it or leave it, to be honest with you. If you're asking, do you like Star Wars? I would say yes, but
it's not a big deal.
I could honestly, I don't really watch the new stuff on Disney and whatever. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm a Star Wars fan.
I don't watch either one. I've never been a fan of either one, but I think I would be more interested in Star Trek than Star Wars. I don't know what that says about me as a human being. I just think that it's a more interesting looking show than the Star Wars. The Star Wars, it's oh, great, computers did a bunch of stuff. Whereas Star Trek seems kind of, I don't know, old fashioned, and I don't know. I just kind of like that stuff. But that being said, I don't think I've ever watched one episode of Star Wars or Star Trek.
Now, I got to interject here real quick. You, I know you will never watch the Lord of the Rings movies, but yeah. Man, Joni and I, we were talking about that because she loves those movies too. One of these days, I'm gonna have to make a bet with you where you have to watch them. But you know what? Maybe not, because I don't even think you'd appreciate it, because I think you would genuinely not care and not like it. I mean, I think you'd probably be like, wow, that looks cool, because the effects and everything are incredible. But yeah, the storyline is, yeah. So maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I wouldn't.
How many movies are there? Lords of the Rings or whatever?
There's technically 6.
Oh,
but
my God.
It's 3. Well, it's 3 different, or 2 different stories. One of them is the Hobbit, that original story. That's 3 movies. But the original, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it's just 3.
Okay.
That's the one that Pee-wee never watched, From Bitter Marks. Yeah, so just those 3. And then Amazon had the very highly budgeted but terrible Lord of the Rings TV show, The Rings of Power. Such a waste.
I think
I'd like this conversation.
I think I'd rather watch Star Trek than Lord of the Rings. But that being said, I don't really know what Lord of the Rings is, so I guess it's not really fair. Hopefully, I'll never lose a bet. That's we'll keep it at that. Okay. Anyway, last week we had a massive Black Friday sale that I wanted to talk about, where we were offering free shipping on all merch in sasaandgoffmerch.com. And what happened was, I, on sashamerch.com, also put up a sale where I offered free shipping on anything over $30, right? Because my dear friend Ivica was going to be buying some shirts that I made for him on there. And so I was like, all right, well, I'll at least give him some free shipping, and then we'll see what happens. Well, what happened was Ivica made a purchase, and all of a sudden, my account went into the negative. So I was like, that's really interesting, because that means that our merch people are basically, they're like, yeah, free shipping. Mm-hmm. They don't tell you that you have to pay for the shipping.
Yeah, and someone like me, someone like me who doesn't read the fine print, I'm just like, hell yeah. And then you asked, you're like, how can we do this? I didn't even think about the fact that they're just like, well, we're not paying for it, so
Yeah, and because you also brought up the fact that we could take money off of how much the merch costs or free shipping or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, anytime that we make something new, they make me add on $3. Like otherwise I would have our merch would be $3 less, but they force you to at least make $3. So now if they're like, yeah, you could take it off, like how would that work? Because it's still going to cost them money. And so anyway, thankfully Ivica bought like $6,000 worth of t-shirts from sasaandgoff.com. And I only ended up like in the negative, like 92 cents or something like that. But immediately I texted you and I was like, Goff, you got to get on this and just see what's up. And I did get a couple texts from people because at this point I had already edited the podcast and totally forgot to take out the part about the Black Friday sale. And doing that would have added another like 3-hour process.
You got it. It sounded like on the audio part, but not on the YouTube.
Yeah, mostly.
Okay.
But on the end of the audio, I think I forgot to take it off at the end of the show because we talked about it again.
Okay.
But yeah, on the video, if I would have done that, it would have been another 3 hours, and then the podcast wouldn't have gone up until like yesterday or whatever. And I did get some messages from people who were like, "Hey, what am I doing wrong? I put the code in and blah blah blah." And
I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, and I was like, just give me your address. I'll buy you a shirt. I'd rather lose money that way and just buy a shirt and send it to people. But yeah, so that was a disaster.
I had the best of intentions, guys, but I just, again, didn't do my research. So
look, we already have the cheapest merch in podcast history, and we're trying to make it cheaper. It's the corporations that are holding us down. And so even though I do like our little merch setup, I like the webpage, I like how they do things. Everything's kind of clean and concise. Something just didn't feel right when the Black Friday sale thing was going on. So apologies for those who were trying to buy stuff. I do want to say we're going to try something new this week as far as our topic is concerned. Now, this week we're going to be doing top and bottom nerds, favorite and least favorite nerds of all time. Yes. I was thinking it's December now, Christmas. What kind of stuff can we do? What kind of topics do we have? And if you remember last Christmas, we didn't really do a Christmas themed episode. We just called it the Christmas Cranktacular.
Yeah. I was thinking of that last night and thinking about how you have to make this next one part 2. It's got to be
Christmas Cranktacular 2.
Yeah, it just has to be. If like, because I most of the titles, if not all of them, like 98% of them have the topic in them. That one does not. So I love it.
Okay, that's like our WrestleMania. That's our big event of the year.
That like we don't do anything different. Series, which was on this weekend.
Anyway. So I'm going to try something new for this week because the only thing I really thought of Christmas related was like Christmas songs. We have not done.
I was thinking of that.
And bottom Christmas songs. We talked a little bit about movies. We talked about like our traditions and stuff like that. But I think so. I'm going to toss that topic into the E bucket, as I'm going to call it right here. So I'm going to give 3 topics this week.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is you're going to tell me which one you would want to do out of these 3. But we're also going to leave it to anybody who wants to write on our YouTube to give us their opinions. I'm not saying we're going to listen to anything anybody says, but I will take, into consideration if everybody's saying it's this thing, maybe we'll just do that first and get it out of the way, get to it quicker or whatever. So the 3 that I was thinking, and let us know if you have a particular one you're most interested in. And this is going to be for next week's episode. Maybe the 2 that don't make it, they're just going to go back in the bucket. So,
so these aren't Christmas related?
Correct. Yeah. Only one of them is really Christmas. And then the other 2 are just kind of like topics I was throwing out in case you didn't like Christmas songs or if you thought it was lame or whatever. Gotcha. So Christmas songs is one of them.
Okay.
Top 3 favorite and least favorite TV episodes. Now this is different because you're picking specific episodes of the history of television.
Yeah.
So
your favorite
Nazi or whatever.
Your favorite 22 minutes of television.
Yes, absolutely. Or 44 minute or whatever an hour thing.
Yeah.
So that's the other one. Or the third one, I don't think we've done this, but maybe we have, and so maybe I'll have to change it on the fly. Action movies? Have we done
we
action
have not.
movies? Okay.
No, that's awesome.
So those are the three: TV episodes, Christmas songs, and action movies. Let us know which one you want us to do. We will make a decision, and we'll do one of them next week. The other two, we'll go back into the bucket. And hopefully next week we'll be recording live and the bucket can come back into play and all that good stuff. So
yeah.
That being said, I got some stuff to talk about, Goff.
Talk away, buddy.
All right. Last week I went to 2 concerts in one night. How about that? When's the last time you went to 2 shows in one night?
I don't know, maybe never.
Were you drinking Mr. Pibb? Are you drinking Mr. Pibb?
No, it's Spindrift.
Oh, I'm drinking Mr. Pibb.
Nice.
We got the new Mr. Pibb. It's back.
What?
It's back.
Like I didn't know it was gone.
It turned into Pibb Extra.
Okay.
And they tried like a new recipe and it sucked. And now they're back. All I need is like 8 chocolate chip cookies and I'm reenacting my high school lunch every day for 4 years. So
hell yeah, baby.
If anybody comes to my New Year's Eve party at my house, we have nothing but Mr. Pibb to drink. So
the Pibb fridge.
Yeah, Pibb fridge. Anyway, so I went to 2 shows last week. I went straight from work because it was a Friday evening.
Ooh.
And I left and I took MapQuest directions. I went on mapquest.com. I printed them out.
Hell yeah.
And it told me to go through like side neighborhoods like Melrose Park and Franklin Park and all these things because there was so much traffic on Friday night that this was going to be the shortest way to get there. And so I've never actually gone that route. So I was in weird neighborhoods. I was on like residential streets and all this stuff. And then randomly I ended up at Gene and Jude's, a hot dog place.
Oh, okay. All right.
And like from the back of Gene and Jude's, which I've never, like I didn't even know. It's crazy. So I stopped, obviously, to get hot dogs because who cares about music at that point? When's the last time you've been to Gene and Jude's? Have you been to Gene and Jude's?
I have never been. No, I've never been to Gene and Jude's. Glizzy's, by the way. You keep saying hot dogs.
Wow.
But no, Gene and Jude's is one of those like mythical places to me, kind of that everyone's talked about, and it's just like you've never had it, and it's like I don't know, man. I mean, like I don't know. I I try not to be that guy, but it's like whatever. It's like I've had Portillo's. I mean, like they're pretty good.
Oh my!
I don't
God.
know. Okay, all right. So tell me the greatness that is. And I know Shug's listening, and he's probably going to be like, "Goff, you've never," because he's talked about it a lot of times at work too. So you were in the city. Is that where this? Because there's one closer to here, I think.
There's only
Not
one.
Okay, is it in the city though?
It's on the way to the city. So it's, I don't know if that falls under Melrose Park or River Forest or one of those places or whatever, but it's River Road and I think Grand Avenue, if you know where that is. It's a great place. I'm not one of these guys who's like, you gotta get the hot. Like, it is a good hot dog. It is a very good hot dog. They make the fries fresh right there. They cut the potatoes for you. There's always a line out the door.
Love that.
Yeah, there's always a line out the door, but it goes very quickly. All I got was one glizzy, which comes with fries.
Nice.
And did I get a drink? I didn't get a drink, but it was $4.98 for a hot dog and fries, which is not bad.
Good. That's good.
In today's day and age, not bad. Also, I was looking at the drinks on there, and it was like $1.75 for a fountain drink or whatever, which is once again not bad for today. People are like $3.99, $2.50 for a can of something. So affordability, a big thing at Gene and Jude's. Another crazy thing about Gene and Jude's, they used to never accept cash, never accept credit cards or debit cards or whatever, any sort of cards. And now only crypto. No, now they take cards. So the guy behind me, he was like upset when he walked in because he totally forgot. And he's like, do they take cards yet? And I was like, this is the first time I've been here in like 3 or 4 years, probably, maybe longer. So I have no clue, but I had cash on me. And I did not offer to purchase him any hot dogs. So you
Oh,
never
I was
know.
gonna say no.
You don't know how much people are going to be ordering, right? But for $4.98 a hot dog with fries, it's not a bad deal. So I went in there, I got my glizzy, I went in my car, I ate it, and then I took off, and it was fantastic. Nice little Gene and Jude's treat. Then I headed down to Subterranean to see this band Flycatcher, who I've talked about on this podcast before. They are like I don't even know what to call them. I'll call them alternative rock band, if you will. But they're young. They're part of this like new crew of 20-something-year-olds who play music that I would have listened to in 1996 or whatever. Like, I love it. They could have played with Everclear or like the Toadies or whatever. Love it. And so they have a song, the new song called Flood is really good. They also have a song called Sodas in the Freezer, which is like their big hit that like blew them up on Instagram and all that stuff. So I don't know where they're from. They're not from here, but they were headlining the basement of Subterranean, which holds like 100 people. It's sold out, so that's cool. Good for them.
Nice.
And it was like a 6:30 show, which was also awesome. 3
Just
bands.
them or what? Okay, 3 bands.
Yeah, two other. I don't even know if these were 2 local bands or what, but I missed the first band because I was getting a glizzy. The second band, they were really solid too. I wish I remember their name, but yeah, Flycatcher came out, and I was glad that I went to the show. And then once they were done, it was like 9:15 or something like that. And then I went to. Have you ever been to Burlington Bar? There's no chance you've ever been to Burlington Bar. It's
no,
across
I've been
the
to
street.
the Coat Factory though.
It's across the street. Maybe the best joke you've ever said on this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's across the street from Fireside Bowl. It's on Fullerton, and it's like literally, yeah.
I man, no, just thinking of the Fireside Bowl, it's like, man, I don't even. Yeah, that's crazy.
You forgot about Fireside?
No, I never forget about it, but I did just you mentioning it though, just making me think about it. It's like, man, like how long it's been. Do they even have shows anymore, or is that place still anything? Like even
it's a bowling alley.
Okay,
it is a bowling alley. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. It's a bowling alley. It looks decent on the outside. It hasn't been like torn down or anything. I'm pretty sure like the same people probably own it and go to it and go to that little bar in there and enjoy their Fireside Bowl. But Burlington Bar is it's kind of one of these venues, kind of like the Beat Kitchen. Have you ever been to the Beat Kitchen where it's just like a little bar area up front and then the venue's in back?
Mm-hmm.
And so I went to go see the Brokedowns.
Nice.
After Flycatcher. And I was like, hopefully by the time I get to the show, Brokedowns will be playing, and then I could be home by like 11 o'clock. I got there, and unfortunately, the Brokedowns didn't go on until 11:15.
Oh,
and like I said, it was like 9:15 when Flycatcher ended. So I had to watch 2 other bands. They were good bands. I get nothing against it. Totally different vibe at the second show. The first show was young kids holding their cell phones, buying merch with Venmo. And the second show, I wanted to like hold up my phone to record a song, and I looked around and nobody else was holding a phone, which is insane to me in today's day and age. And especially this show was sold out too. There was probably, I don't know, 150 people or 100 people, whatever it is.
Brokedowns headlining?
Yeah, because it was their record release show. They just put out a new album, and their live show was tremendous. It was a great show. I'm glad I ended up waiting. My back was killing me, but I'm glad I ended up waiting for them to play because they played a very, very good set. And they're a funny punk band, which is always good in my book. But they're also very, very good. I did end up taking some video, and like I said, it was a totally different thing. Like it was like old people at that show, young people at the first show. Old people crowd surfing at the Brokedowns show with no cell phones in the air, people buying merch with cash. Yeah. Whereas the Flycatcher show was just like, hey, what's your Venmo? Do you have Zelle? What's going on? It was like Drunk Uncle, basically, from SNL. Like, oh, Zelle me.
No, that's pretty awesome though. So I don't. Maybe you said it. I'm sorry if I missed, but like, how far was were the venues from each other?
Maybe like 15 minutes. I don't even think it was that. Yeah, it
Okay.
was not bad at all. And once I saw that, when I like sat in my car to go to the Brokedowns show, I was like, oh wow, this is excellent. I'll be there, and hopefully they go on right away. But it wasn't timed exactly perfectly. I ended up getting home probably at like one in the morning, something like that.
But like, so when did you decide though, like when you were looking at these schedules that you're like, I'm gonna go to both of these? I
Well,
mean, like
they
that's
just
it's just for to even I mean, like unless like my brother or you or like your cousin sends me a text, even the Instagram bands I follow, like I don't even like if they showed tour dates, I'm still just like, you just
you don't look at even if it
scrolling
says
through. I don't look at
Chicago,
anything.
you're like,
Yeah,
no.
but I mean, like that's for you to just have the ingenuity to to find that both
Ingenuity.
of those bands. I don't even know if that's the word. I don't know what that
That's the
word
word.
means, but okay, cool, cool.
No, so anytime I see a show that I have any sort of interest in, a band that I like that is coming to Chicago, I put it in the calendar on my phone immediately, whether I'm going to go or not. Even if it's on a Tuesday morning and I know I can't go, I just put it in my phone to
Okay.
like understand. So like, I think I first knew about the Flycatcher show, and I was like, oh, I want to catch these guys. It's a good band. I think they're going to blow up. They're just very good band. And then eventually I saw the Brokedowns thing, record release show. So I put that in my calendar. I saw that both of these shows were going on, and then I saw the disparity in time, and I was like, I can probably catch both of these shows. So, and by the way, these are both like not expensive show. I think they were $15 each, maybe.
Nice.
So I mean, two shows for $30. It might have been 22 for one and 15 for another, if I'm remembering correctly now. But either way, well, the other thing was this band Riley, who I've brought up on this show before. Riley was playing the next night at Bottom Lounge, so I was going to go back to the city for that show, but that show sold out. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I don't have to go to that. So now I'll definitely go to two shows the night before. It's like, if I'm already there, if I'm 15 minutes away, why not try? Why not, there was a chance that I go to the Brokedown show and it was sold out, and then I just go home. I didn't get a ticket ahead of time. I got it at the door. I asked the guy, I was like, what time do the Brokedowns go on? He's like 11:15. And then I was like considering just turning away and leaving. So it was like almost 2 hours until that time or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was two great shows, absolutely great shows. I'm happy I went to both of them. Sometimes you catch a crappy show and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. But these were two great shows, two great bands. Check them both out. And then this week has been a crazy week because it was Thanksgiving this past Thursday.
Yeah.
How did your Thanksgiving go?
Pretty nice, actually. So Natalie had her we had her birthday party earlier this week, or last week, actually, last Sunday. And so we saw our family then, and like we talked with my parents at the party, and it was like, hey, so for Thanksgiving, if you guys want to come by, cool, and if not, that's cool too. So yeah, I mean, it was not, we stayed home. I mean, I watched football all day. We went by my in-laws at night. We had dinner over there, but yeah, it was great. I mean, just like a lazy day. How about you?
That's like the best Thanksgiving, when it's not hectic and crazy and you got to do this and that.
And I also, real quick, I had the entire week off. So like, yeah, it was pretty nice. Yeah, like my work, they gave us well, we've always gotten the Wednesday and then Thursday, Friday off, but they gave us the whole week this year. So it was fantastic, but it did get a little by like Wednesday. I like, no joke, like I was telling Joni, I'm just like standing with our front door open, like standing, like on the other side of the glass, just waving at neighbors that are driving by. Like, it's one of those things that's, where your neighbor drives by in their car and they see you waving at them and they're just like, oh, and they wave. So they're probably like, how long's he been standing there waving at people, But it's I love having time off. I love being at home. But I mean, like, when I've like cleaned the entire house and, obviously there's things I got to work on, assignments you gave me that I am working on. We talked about, but anyway, sorry. Yeah, my Thanksgiving was nice. How was yours?
No, it was good. We went to my mother-in-law's house. My family doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. My mom used to make enchiladas when I was growing up. So a Serbian woman making Mexican food on an American holiday.
Like she did this every Thanksgiving, or
yeah, pretty much, because she was like, we don't really make turkey or anything like that. You guys want enchiladas? And then that kind of became our thing. So
oh yeah,
she would make enchiladas, but honestly, we didn't really celebrate Thanksgiving too much, like at all when I was growing up. But then you marry into a family that does, and so my mother-in-law's been making Thanksgiving dinner since I've been dating Megan or whatever. Like I would go over there, and she does a great job. And so it was just the six of us, my immediate family, and it was just nice, relaxing, and like time went by quick. We looked up; it was like 3 hours have gone by. You're like, oh, I guess we got to go feed the dog or whatever. So yeah, it's just really nice. This whole weekend's been crazy. This is my first like 4-day weekend since I started working. A real job or whatever.
Since you started being a blue collar boy.
Yeah, so this is the first break I've gotten here.
Oof.
And so Thursday was Thanksgiving. Friday we busted out some more Christmas decorations, even though I did them the week before, but Megan bought a couple more that I just put outside. And then what else did we do this weekend? We put up the Christmas tree, all that crap that goes along with it. Megan's making some sort of wreath to hang, so she's ordering glue guns and ornament. I don't know what's going on over there. And then to top it all off, on yesterday, Saturday, we had a weather incident, or what do you call it? We had like 7 inches of snow, 8 inches.
A weather alert, I guess, a winter weather advisory.
Yeah. How was it by you?
So my job includes snow removal, so plowing. So yeah, so like I was saying, and I kind of did this on purpose to let everyone know how I was off for an entire week. And it was just like, all right, this is great. And then sure enough, the weekend before I'm going back to work, I get called in on Saturday. So I worked like 5 hours yesterday, and then I worked 8 hours today. And I got to go in tomorrow early again. So it's, this new job I've taken. I mean, it's good money, it's overtime, but it fucking sucks. I mean, I was in a truck. I was literally behind a truck for 13, not behind a truck, but in a truck pushing snow for 13 hours this weekend.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So what time? So like Saturday for me, it was I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. We are snowed in situation. For you, it is you have to go to work situation.
Yeah, we got there and we worked till about noon, and then it was kind of like this, you know what, we'll come back tomorrow, because like it's not going to stop. I mean, to be honest, I think we were only called in just in case other people were trying to get into the building, but then we found out after a few hours that the building was just completely shut down. So it was like, what are we doing here? But yeah, I mean, and it sucks too, because the weather's not going to get any warmer for a while. So this snow's going to be here for, actually, it might be nice though, because we might have snow for Christmas,
I'm sure it'll melt right before, like 2 days before Christmas or whatever. My neighbor
60.
My neighbor was out shoveling, obviously, like all of us were, and he was just like, F winter, like really, really loud.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, it is not even December, because it is it is not December yet when we're recording this podcast episode or whatever. But after Saturday being stuck in the house all day, today, Sunday, which we are recording on a Sunday, I'm like, I got to get out of here. I don't care if the roads are bad or whatever. And they weren't. Everything was like cleaned up, and Illinois is a great place to live. But I was like, I got to go. I'm going to start my Christmas shopping. I went Christmas shopping to find stuff for my goddaughters. I was like, I'm doing this. I got to get out of here. I cannot sit in the house for like hours at a time. It's noticeable that like something's wrong. Like Megan is just like, why don't you go like run laps in the backyard or something? It's like, I just can't take it. I have to move. I have to do something. So it was nice getting out today, and then now we're recording this podcast. But that's it. I got to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm actually like, I'm not like, oh man, I got to go back to work. That's never happened before, I don't think. I'm always like, oh man, tomorrow's Monday. But I'm just like, all right, 4-day work weekend. or non-work weekend. Let's just get back to work tomorrow. So that's all I got.
Cool.
Anything you did this week, or should I keep talking?
No, I mean, like, honestly, I had a busy week, like doing nothing. And then, yeah, no, I mean, I got, watched a lot of football. The Bears are 9-3, by the way. I don't know if you're following, but you have to know that. I mean, like, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. And
I
when you
saw
were talking
a graphic
about
that said the Bears are the number one team in the NFC or something. And I was like, okay, so like I should check and see what's going on because that seems wrong to me.
Yeah.
And then
no,
it was right.
Oh, it's fun. I don't know did you see that reel of their Ben Johnson, their coach, taking his shirt off, and which is hilarious too. When you were talking about Gene and Judes, I was thinking about the Wiener Circle because they're the ones that put they put a meme out there. If he takes his shirt off, free hot dogs for everyone. So
yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Yeah, God bless the Bears. God bless the Wiener Circle, and God bless Glizzies.
Damn right. Yeah.
All right.
That's all
then that's it. Let's move on to thumbs up, thumbs down. This is where we talk about the stuff that we've been putting inside our bodies, whether it's glizzies, whether it's music, whether it's television, whatever it is. We talk about it and we give a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Why don't you start, Goff?
Okay. So after last week's episode, when you shamed me for saying that Sebastian Maniscalco is a comedian, and I was all happy. I was like, Sasha, you're gonna be so happy for me, and you're like, that's not a comedian. That guy sucks. I was like, you know what,
I'm a comedian. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's all I needed to hear. All right, but anyway, all right. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna watch another stand-up comedian this week, and I'm gonna go into Sasha's top 3 actually. Wow. So what I did, I went on YouTube and I typed in Dave Attell. Okay. And the first one that popped up was a Comedy Central special from 1999 called Do You Ever Black Out, or as I call it, Time Travel. Have you seen this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure you've probably seen like all of them, but anyway. And first of all, it was just awesome because like I remember when Comedy Central did this, when they had their stand-ups, which I barely ever watched. But thinking about it now, it's like how much I enjoy like actually just popping on like a 30-minute thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was very funny, but it was like him so young.
Dated,
26 years ago. Very dated, obviously. Funny though, because like he kind of looked he looked younger, but wearing the same thing. He kind of just always wears that black like bomber jacket, with like jeans.
Yeah.
And I noticed it was really weird. I noticed he had a weird way that he was talking. Like some of his jokes, like, and I can't even explain it, like how Will Forte, sometimes he like really enunciates like his L's. I don't know. Like I was gonna text you and be like, does Dave Attell always sound like this? But then
he does.
Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch another Dave Attell special. So I checked out the 2024 Netflix special, Hot Cross Buns.
Nice.
Okay. So that was, so really I was just kind of like, I want to see because the 1999 one, obviously, and then it's like, let's see what 25 years later is. Still hilarious. Spoiler if you haven't seen this, the whole thing I know you've seen it, I mean anyone listening, but the thing at the end with the recorders, like actually them playing Hot Cross Buns was incredible. The fact that the whole show he had that like in his jacket, so when he pulled it out and then it's like under everyone's seats there, it was incredible.
Well, so what happened was Netflix wanted him to do a longer special, and he was like, I don't want to do a longer special, this is what I want to do. And they're like, well, we need it to be longer because the algorithm and the this and the that. And he's like, well, what if I just do this? And so that's why it was a weird ending to the special.
Yeah, it did seem like
time. Yeah.
I mean, it was very clever, but it was like it did seem something that was very like, oh, this is like wholesome and like kind of fun. And it doesn't seem like Attell because I haven't. I think the last time I saw or heard Dave Attell recently was probably on like Bad Friends or like Kill Tony or something like that. So I haven't seen his stand-up comedy in a long time. And yeah, I love he's very like cynical, and he has a little bit of Jezelnik where he tells the joke and then just at the last second kind of like, yeah, but it was my brother, like something like that, really like fucking like weird or dark.
He also hasn't had a special in a very long time. Like people were pressuring him to do a special, and he just doesn't do them. He's just I want people to see me live. I don't want them to see the special or whatever.
You know what? I lie. I did say that I went on, or I was like searching. I did search actually most recent Dave Attell special, because I think that's since I watched the 99 one, and then yeah, so this came up. So thumbs up for both of those if you want to 1999 or 2024.
So let me ask you, in the 2024 one, did you hear the same speech thing tick that
I didn't.
It's still there. It's just really? Not as prevalent as it used to, because it used to be a big like a very long thing.
So you know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. Okay. Where so many people liked Dave Attell at that time that like they would go do comedy, and you could tell that they were doing their impression of Dave Attell because he had a certain thing. It's like there's a guy now who does Mitch Hedberg basically, and he's like. And everybody's like, you're just ripping off Mitch Hedberg. What are you doing? But he does his own thing. Even the jokes are very Hedberg. Like, I don't really like it. I think there's a little bit of an art to it because he knows people are going to hate it. So he does it even more. But I don't know. I can't get into it because I was a big Hedberg guy or whatever. Attell still has that thing, but it used to be way longer and stretched out and like more aggressive. Now it's still there, but he tells the jokes kind of laid back more than aggressive. But Skanks for the Memories, which was an album that he had, like album as in listen to, not a special to see. That album is insane. It's one of the funniest things ever, and it is just non-stop joke after joke after joke live. Absolutely incredible. So if you got time to listen to that at work while you're plowing stuff, hopefully snow.
Yeah.
You should listen to that. But I was going to ask you, when you said you saw the 99, I was like, watch, he's got a new one on Netflix that's like less than a year old. He also, I don't know if you're a Jeff Ross fan. But him and Jeff Ross had a Bumping Mics special. It was like 4 episodes where they were doing like live shows, and they would bring like, I think like Paul Rudd and other people like would come on stage with them, and they'd roast each other. And that's that. I don't know if it's still on Netflix. I think it is. Like Netflix put it out or whatever. But it's called Bumping Mics. You should check that out. It's relatively new. Last 5 years, probably.
Sweet. All right. So yeah, thumbs up then for Dave Attell comedy specials. And then what else do I got here? New album, I guess new this year. I think it came out like a month or two ago. Baby Metal. You familiar with them at all?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this was just like one because my brother, like your cousin, is into pretty much everything and sends me, like new for everything. So this band I'm not really that into, but they do have a couple songs I really do like, and it was just another one of those work days. It's like, all right, what the hell, I'll check it out. It's fine. I mean, like I'm not really recommending it because I like Baby Metal, for anyone who's like unfamiliar, is a Japanese girl thing. I say girl, but I think she's like young 20s. They have a really awesome band, like a very talented, like technical band playing behind them. But I don't love all the music. That's the problem. It's like they have like their older stuff. Their first album has a lot of like Dragon Force sounding stuff, which is incredible. Actually, I think Herman Lee like even might play on a couple of the songs. But the newer stuff, like they're a good like heavy band, but they just remind me of like a Warped Tour kind of like the heavy Warped Tour bands, like a lot of kind of like, I call it like crunchy guitar music, like kind of like if that makes any sense. But I mean, like I listened to it though, it's like I was like bobbing my head to it, but overall it's like I don't really like enough of this album to recommend it. It's like, and I think that's my problem with that band in general. I just don't like enough of their music to be like, yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, it's like super talented, but it's also kind of a shtick because it's like 3 Japanese girls.
Well, Now you can't like they're incredible because like to
100%.
do a choreographed show for like an hour, hour and a half to every single song. But it's definitely a shtick,
and there's like explosions going off and like it's a whole thing. It's not just
it's an experience,
yeah. But I'm with you. It's like maybe you're not with me actually on this. I hear 2-3 of these songs and I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But none of the songs are memorable to me. It's just like here's the same thing on repeat.
Okay. Yeah, so that's so I'm saying for this one, for this album called Fourth, which I believe is their fourth album, I would give it like a slight thumbs down.
Okay.
So that's all I got. Dave Attell and Baby Metal.
Love it. Great duo. They should tour together, I think.
I heard they were.
I got a couple things for you this week. First and foremost is an artist called, I think it's Ecca Vandal, ECCA, unless that's Essa Vandal. I don't really know. Okay. She put out a new song called Molly. I think she is a like South African who lives in Australia or something like that. Gritty but good voice. So it's not like a singy voice. It's a little bit harsher, which is cool. Molly, like I said, is the name of the new song, new video. I love it. It's super catchy. It is 90s alternative. I mean, I'm stuck in 90s alternative, and there are so many bands that are creating 90s style alternative that I'm just in heaven.
Real quick, because you were talking about the band, one of the bands you were talking about earlier, just like sounding alternative.
Flycatcher.
And a band we talked about a couple months ago, Ghost. I was driving with my family the other day, and Joni's like, "Oh, do you know this band?" And this comes on, and there's a song by them. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's just like, why does everyone know this band? I did not like it. What I heard, it was just because like I asked her, and I'm like, why do you like? First of all, like, why are you listening to this? It was from something she like, not like what? Yeah, what the fuck?
Why are you listening to this?
Yeah, not a band she listens to. So I had to, and it was from something she heard. And this song, though, it sounded like alternative, like, or even like maybe even like 80s kind of music. And it was just like, what the hell is this? Like, these guys wear masks and shit. Like, I don't know.
They don't look the way that their music sounds. At least the music that I've heard from them. Something weird's going on there.
I guess so. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I had to.
No. You're good. Okay. So Molly is a song to check out. That's the most recent song. And there's another song that she has called Cruising to Self-Soothe, which sounds like Turnstile, but with her as the singer, with like a gritty chick singer. And I love it. I think it's a great song.
Nice.
She's got music that's all over the place. Like she's also open for the Deftones. She's, it's like a decent sized band, and I think they're still maybe finding an avenue, which avenue they're going to go, because they do have a lot of like different sounding songs, or maybe that's their avenue. Just put out what sounds good to them. But those two songs in general for me, thumbs way up. I was like very impressed when I heard this band. I think I heard this band because the band, I want to say Sponge, posted something like, hey, check out this band. And so I checked it out, and I was like, wow, this is really, really good. So Ecca Vandal, ECCA Vandal, like the Vandals. Next, I have it's a website. Maybe you've heard of this. I just found out about this recently. It's called the Magazine Rack. This is a free website that has thousands and thousands of back issues of magazines just for free. And a lot of times you say for free, and it's like, oh, do you have to just sign up with an email or log in? You don't have to do anything. They just list magazines. You have a search. You can search WWF, and it'll show you. It won't show you every WWF magazine ever, but it'll show you enough to where you're like, oh, I'm going to go through this. This is awesome. And they literally
Is it digital though, or they send?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was literally like they're. Yeah. Okay.
It's like you scroll through it, and it's just literally every page has been like scanned to whatever their thing is, but you don't have to sign up for anything. There's no pop-up ads. It's just like a beautiful website that gives you old magazines, which I love magazines. So to me,
Wow.
it was really cool. Type in guitar, a bunch of guitar stuff comes up. Type in black women, Megan yells at me. So,
Shows up.
but
Pops
yeah,
up.
so the magazine rack, Google it, enjoy it.
Nice. That's awesome. How'd you come across that?
That is a great question. I don't know. I do not know.
Okay.
I am not sure.
I'm gonna probably check that out because
I do know. There's a Instagram account called Setup Spawn. It is a guy who just shows you cool stuff on the internet, like free websites to block ads or this or that or whatever. And this was one. He goes, if you want to look at magazines, here's the magazine rack.
Sweet.
So yeah. So follow him, I guess. Thumbs up for Setup Spawn as well. Thumbs up to YouTube, who has a Warp Tour stream, which I watched last week. I don't know if you know this. Warp Tour happened last week in Florida.
No, I didn't.
So Warp Tour now is like 3 weekends out of the year.
Okay, I knew that. I thought they all happened like over
Me
the summer.
too.
No. Wow.
Me too. And then my cousin Nick sent me the day one schedule for channel 1 and 2. So there's 2 channels on YouTube, and they just have the 2 main stages, and they show you all day like what's going on, like from start to finish. It's beautiful.
Awesome. That's
if you're an
cool.
old person who doesn't want to go to shows, if you're somewhere where you don't have a Warp Tour anymore, like us, to me, this time there was only 2 bands out of like 30 that I cared about. Pennywise was one of them. And then one of my favorite bands, Angel Dust, was on there. So I was like, I got to check out Angel Dust, who, by the way, they're coming to the Bottom Lounge in March for their new album. It's a Sunday, which stinks, but it's like a 6 p.m. show.
Okay.
But, so I watched Angel Dust on the Warp Tour stream on YouTube. So thumbs up to all of that.
Awesome.
And then I got a thumbs down. I'm going to end it with a thumbs down for you. This is a 2025 movie that I have watched. That's right. Caught your attention. I watched something for an hour and 40 minutes straight. It was a comedy. 78% on Rotten Tomatoes. What does that mean? Is that good or bad?
That's good, I think.
Okay.
I think that's pretty good.
Fair enough. It sounds good.
It's not The Roses, is it? I'm going to feel terrible.
No. This is
okay, because I suggested that last week.
This is a movie called Good Fortune. Have you seen this? Have you heard about this?
No, but tell me who's in it, and I'm sure I've seen ads.
So the 3 main people are Aziz Ansari, who was kind of canceled a little bit a couple years ago, and then I don't know what happened with that. I think he moved to like London or something, and then he came back, or maybe he didn't even come back. I don't know, but I also think he was like unjustly canceled or something. I don't know. We don't need to get into that. It's another.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
But either way, if just you saying he was in this movie, I do not know.
Okay.
Because like I would have known if Aziz was in something, but so I've not heard of this.
So he's in it. Seth Rogen is in it, who we've recently talked about.
Okay.
And the guardian angel of the movie is Keanu Reeves. I think you're in. I think you like all these people. Is that?
Yeah, I would check it out. I mean, well, what you're saying it's not good though, huh?
I'll say this. It's not really what I was expecting with this group of people. Not that I know Keanu Reeves, but with Seth Rogen and Aziz, I don't think it was a bad movie. I just think it was a long movie that there was a lot of stuff that kind of dragged. There were funny moments in it and stuff like that. There's a nice anti-corporate speech by Seth Rogen towards the end of the movie. It's a little bit of a I don't know. Fantasy is not the right word, but Keanu Reeves basically plays a guardian angel, and he's trying to become a better guardian angel, but he's just became one, so his wings are smaller than other people and whatever. And then he kind of goes off on his own thing with good intentions, but messes it up, and they kick him out of being a guardian angel. Aziz has no money. Seth Rogen is rich. They end up switching because of this whole situation. So it's all right. It's
this just seems like kind of a take on a lot of older movies, like Miracle on 34th Street and stuff like that.
I think Megan was even saying that it's kind of like Freaky Friday-ish because they kind of switch roles and whatever.
So is this like an R-rated movie or is this like a family movie? Because I mean, you say Rogan, I right off the bat think raunchy R-rated, but the plot sounds more like kind of wholesome almost?
It's a great question. I'm trying to look it up. It says rated R. I was gonna say I think
Okay.
it's like a little bit harsher because I remember some stuff in there being like, "Oh, this is weird." Also, Will
You remember
Sylvans
the
is
anal scene?
yeah. uh, there's Will Sylvans is in this. He is a stand-up comedian from New York, which I was very surprised to see him in it. That's for nobody. I don't know that anybody's going to know who that is, but he's a very funny comedian. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know. It was okay. It was fine. I'm not angry that I watched it, but I just assumed it would be better because of the people in it. So for that reason,
Okay.
I'm giving it a thumbs down.
Gotcha.
And that's all I got, which takes us to our top 3 favorite and least favorite nerds. And let's start things off with our top, as we usually do. I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go number 3. Boy Meets World, Minkus.
Okay.
Love me a Minkus, and I'll tell you why. He was a nerd. He knew he was a nerd. He was smart. Also, he had some attitude. Also, he was going after Topanga. Love me some Minkus. What can I say? He's not a nerd that I go, you nerd, get out of here. He's a nerd that I go, I respect you, nerd.
Now, were you a fan of his when he grew out his hair and became a co-host on Ridiculousness?
That's some girl or something.
Chanel West Coast.
Okay.
Just do it like a side by side. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I just totally derailed that. Minkus is a great number 3.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I thought you were going to say, did you like him when he came back on like one of the last episodes of Boy Meets World? And they're like, where have you been? And he was like, on that side. And he pointed like past the camera that you don't see over there.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, solid. And he was like grown up or whatever.
Yeah. That's pretty good. All right, my number 3. So I got a couple here that are groups because I just couldn't. It's the nerds from the Nerds movies. Nerds! Okay. Yes, the Tri-Lambs, if you will. Just the first 2 movies. Revenge of the Nerds and then Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds in Paradise. That's the second one. I fucking love both of these movies. The first one, now they have kind of the Police Academy syndrome where the first movie was rated R and then it started getting a little more tame as the movies went on. But actually, they actually, all of theirs were like made for TV movies or like straight to DVD or VCR, besides the first 2. But anyway, just like that whole group, Booger, Wormser, Lewis, all of them, Lamar. I mean, like, are you a fan of those movies?
Love the first one. Maybe have seen the second one, but don't really remember it. Didn't see anything past that. But the first one is a classic. Rated R for rape scene because it was okay back then.
There is a scene where Booger is just like, out of the way, mama. I want to see some of that muff.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines.
Oh yeah, in the shower or whatever.
Yeah, it's when they attack the girl. Not attack, but yeah, they do the panty raid.
Yeah,
and it's just like you watch it and you're like, this is terrible. This is so bad. They just invade this sorority and they're just like stealing all the girls' bras and panties and everything. But yeah, the second one is like I said, I think it's PG-13, but it's awesome. I love that one too. And then beyond that, they were all
top 3 nerds of Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh God, the top 3. So Booger would be my number 1.
I think Booger is everyone's number 1. Yeah.
I love the little guy. I can't remember his name. The little kid who's super smart. He's like a little kid. No, Wormser's the one that has like, it looks like there was a bite taken out of his hair. He has the huge like, yeah. That's the guy that was in ER, I believe. No, that's the I thought the kid's name.
Lewis is the main nerd, and then is Gilbert's
his best friend.
Okay, that's what I thought.
The second one. Actually, he's only in the second one. Like he's on the phone with them, but he's like not in that movie really.
And then Lamar's the black gay guy.
Yeah, and then what the hell? What is the little kid's name? Anyway, I like that guy. So yeah, probably Lewis, Booger, and actually Lamar. I like Lamar.
Lamar too. What about Takashi? Is that his name?
Oh, I forgot about Takashi playing on his gong.
Yeah.
God, that's such a great movie. Suga actually sent me we have like one of our favorite like inside jokes. Not inside joke, but just like a small thing about nerds. like he always sends me, and he sent it to me the other day, probably because he knew we were doing nerds this week. But it's at the end when they're doing their end of the first one. They're doing like the Olympic type thing, and they're doing the belching contest. And the funniest part is what the guy, he's like the dean of admissions or whatever. He introduces Ogre, but he introduces him as Douglas Polowatsky or whatever. And then so Ogre like pushes the guy's like hand down with the mic, and he's like, "It's Ogre, you asshole." But I love that. He calls like the dean you asshole, and then also just calling someone you asshole because they said your name wrong. But I just love that. It's like, "Ogre, you asshole."
And then he would go on to play Ray Jackson.
Oh yeah. That might have, was that before Nerds or after?
I think it was after.
Huh. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Great. The Tri-Lambs, baby.
Yeah, and Jefferson from the Bundys was in that movie.
Yes. You know what? There's a really funny at the end of the, no, you know what? I think, is that the end of the first one or the second one where all the other Tri-Lambs are black? And they show up, we're like, because that's these guys got in because when they were sending out like pictures and stuff to join different fraternities, all of them sent the thing back. It's like, next time don't send a picture. But like they're like, we got one reply back, and it was the only one they didn't send a picture to, and it was like, an all black fraternity. And yeah, so I can't remember if it's the end of the first or the second one where they all show up, and it's like, oh fuck,
amazing.
So good. All right, what's your number two?
My number two, I'm going with a classic, probably around the year 2000-ish, Napoleon Dynamite.
Nice.
The ultimate nerd.
Yep.
Who tots in his pocket. Whatever. Everybody knows Napoleon Dynamite.
I have this as one of my potent notables, but I'm just going to go a little further, and I'm just going to say like the entire cast of Napoleon Dynamite. I think they're all fantastic. Even like the bully kid, he's still like a dork. He's got like his shirt tucked in. And one of my favorite things about that movie is that it's like timeless. You don't know when it's taking place because like it came out in what, the 2000s or whatever, but it looks like it's from like 85. And it's like, I don't think it's supposed to take place though, like in the past. It's just weird.
They live in like, I mean, I always assumed it was like Idaho or something with, how there's like a cow and they shoot the cow like in front
of all the kids.
Yeah, it's like, man, this is an interesting. Yeah, the time period thing is weird. It's a 2004 movie. Mm. You have no clue when it's from. Yeah, I mean, the entire cast is incredible. It's the best. So that's my number two.
All right, my number two is another crew, actually. It is the Pied Piper crew from Silicon Valley. Did you watch that show?
No.
On HBO?
I heard I'm supposed to. TJ Miller and...
TJ Miller, Camille Nanjiani's on it. He's fantastic. Martin Starr is in it. So this is... It's kind of like in a way... All right, so very funny show. Like, I think I remember told you many episodes ago, the first episode starts off with like Kid Rock playing a show, and then it like zooms out and there's only like two people watching him. It's really funny. You gotta watch. But anyway, this is like a group of just like smart ass dudes that kind of start this internet company. I think it was 6 seasons, the whole show, but they're great actors, and again, like the cast is great. They're mostly comedians, and it's a very adult show, so they're just like really shitty with each other, but Camille is probably my favorite character. He's great. The Pied Piper crew from Silicon Valley.
Okay. Which leads to my number one, which is nerd leading into cool person, probably, but ultimately a nerd. Garth Algar.
Hell yeah.
Garth is building AI robots in 1994 whenever this movie came out.
The hand comes to life.
Yeah, he has to beat it with a hammer to destroy it. He's doing all the paperwork for Wayne stock in the second one. He's afraid of everything. Mm-hmm. He's a nerd. He's an absolute nerd, but they become popular, obviously. And
he's got the licorice dispenser too in the car.
Yeah, I mean, greatest movie of all time. So that's my number one.
Good call. All right, my number one, I had to cheat with this one too. So I took two characters from my favorite show, but it's two characters who are in a lot of scenes together, or not a lot of scenes together, but it's Ben Wyatt and Barney Varm from Parks and Rec. So Barney, I'm not sure if you're familiar with that character. He's
I'm
one of
not.
like the running jokes on it. So there's this company that Ben goes to work for. It's an accounting firm, and this guy like somehow this guy's like heard of Ben Wyatt like around town or whatever. So he's really excited to get him like on their firm, and Ben quits right away. So then, like a season or two later, Ben gets the job again, and then for circumstances has to quit. So throughout the show, there's like four times where Ben gets this job, and this guy Barney is so excited, and then Ben has to quit. Like I know it sounds like stupid here, but like when you watch the shows and they play out, it's hysterical. But the actor John Balma, I think is his name. He's hysterical and he just plays the character so well. He's like a Parks and Rec fan favorite for background characters. And then Ben Wyatt, we were talking about Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. He's a fan of all that stuff, Star Trek, Star Wars, Quantum Leap, everything. And yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. The game that he creates on.
Oh yeah, the Cones of Dunshire.
That's incredible.
It is.
I would
awesome.
like
and
to play that.
The claymation he makes too,
that only goes
Saturday. Yeah, it goes like 8 seconds. He's like, what happened to the rest of it? But yeah, Ben is one of my favorite characters of all time. Just a very relatable in a lot of different ways. And yeah, so those two, my favorite nerds.
Okay.
You got any potent notables?
Yeah, I got Millhouse classic. I've got Forrest Gump, which is I put that up there with one of my favorite movies ever. I just love that movie.
Nice, that's a great movie.
Dwight Schrute. You don't really consider him a nerd, but you're kind of like, if you think about it, you're like, yeah, I guess so.
That's a good one.
I had Revenge of the Nerds, the entire cast, and then I had Sweet Chuck from Police Academy.
Hell yeah,
I remember Sweet Chuck, but
hell yeah, of course I do. When he's got the broken arm and he walks into the Blue Oyster, like... and that's like the guy just starts dancing with him. Yeah, he's awesome. Yeah, he's always fighting with Zed.
Yep.
Bobcat. Yep. All right, my potent notables, the obvious ones, Screech and Urkel. Music-wise, Dexter Holland from The Offspring, one of my favorite punk bands, and he's like a fucking genius. I guess you could probably put Greg Gaffin there, but I feel like Greg Gaffin was probably cooler than Dexter. I don't know why. He probably just was.
I think the opposite. Dexter had,
you think so?
Bleach blonde, spiky hair, probably, and Greg Graffin's been bald since he was like 4 or whatever.
You know what? I guess we can say, yeah, when you see Bad Religion live, there's a lot of jokes that only the band understands because they're like way smarter than everyone else. Okay. Anyway, I was watching this movie earlier today, so the entire Goonies cast, which you still haven't seen that movie, have you?
No.
You gotta watch that. But anyway, yeah, those the Goonies, they're all dorks or nerds. I put the Napoleon Dynamite cast, all of them, and then Rick Moranis, just a fantastic actor, and I wish he still acted. I don't believe he does anymore. Or was that Martin Short, or was it both of them?
No, I think you're right. I think it was Rick Moranis, and then he got like jumped in New York or something as well. But yeah, I'm with you. I kind of wanted to put him what's the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yep.
Like I like
Wayne
him in
Szalinski.
that movie as a nerd. And in the what's the one?
Ghostbusters.
No.
That's not what you're talking about. But...
Little Giants. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Little
of.
Giants.
Yeah,
he's Al Bundy's little brother. So
good call on Rick Moranis. That takes us to our least favorite. You want to start it off?
Yeah. Okay. So you're not going to know this one. You'll know the actor though. You know Ryan Phillippe. Remember him? Used to be married to Reese Witherspoon. All right. So in the early 2000s, there was a movie that came out called Antitrust, which he was like a computer nerd. And the reason I hate him as a nerd is because he's like such a good looking guy. And watching this movie, you're just like, fuck this. Come on. Like, this guy can't play a nerd. Like, even in this movie where he's playing a nerd, he doesn't play a nerd good enough because he's like too like good looking and handsome and charming. So the movie itself is okay. There's a couple babes in it. I think Rachel Lee Cook's in it. But yeah. Other than that, though, the movie's it's all right. But yeah, Ryan Phillippe as a nerd, I don't fucking buy it.
My number 3 is cartoon character, possibly my least favorite cartoon character ever. Honestly, if she didn't play a saxophone, um, she would be ranked even lower for me. That's Lisa
Okay,
Simpson.
gotcha. I was thinking Betty Boop for a second for some reason. I was like,
Okay.
where's yeah. Anyway, but yeah,
All
Lisa.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, Lisa Simpson. I just always been my least favorite Simpsons character. And unfortunately, she does have the cool part of like the music, the love of music.
Yeah.
But it's not strong enough because there's too much nerd stuff going on over there. So for me, number 3, Lisa Simpson.
All right, my number 2. This was I don't remember if he was a one-off character. I don't think he was because I think he was in multiple episodes. From Full House, do you remember there was
I
that little
do.
kid,
Yep.
Walter? He was the kid they called him
Absolutely.
like Duck Face or whatever in the one episode because he like.
Oh no. I'm thinking of a different. I'm thinking of like the other nerd from Full House. He
Which
was
one was that?
like a little gay smart kid or whatever.
All right. Well, this was this kid Walter. He looks like that guy Ben Glebe from that show, Idiot
Okay.
Test. Like
Yeah.
I thought that's what this kid grew up to be. But anyway, yeah, there was the one episode where Stephanie and the kids got in trouble because they were throwing bread at him because he looked like a duck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. But anyway, yeah, that kid in that episode, and I think he may have been in another episode or two because there was another.
Seeing him, I'm Googling
Yeah.
him right now, and I do remember this. And it's crazy that I don't remember him like originally, but I do remember the other kid. And the other kid,
Okay.
I can't find his picture. Maybe he wasn't in Full House. He had
Okay.
to have been in Full House, this other kid.
This other
This is
gay
gonna
kid.
be this is gonna take like many hours to find this, but yeah,
All right.
amazing.
What's your number 2 then?
My number 2 is the entire cast of The Big Bang Theory.
That's
Screw
my
this
number 1. I'll
show.
just say it
Screw
now.
these people.
Yeah.
If you're somebody who enjoys this show, we can still be friends. I know too many people who like this show, and I don't know what's wrong with them. I don't know. Is this what COVID did to people? Do you like Big Bang Theory now? I don't know what happened. This show sucks, and these people suck. And it's on right before AEW wrestling on Wednesdays. And so if I turn on AEW wrestling, I always have to watch the last minute of this stupid show that I hate. And it's always bad, and the jokes suck, and it's just stupid. There's no other way to describe it. It's stupid and it sucks.
It's all right. So yeah, so I put Big Bang Theory guys, specifically Leonard. That's Johnny Galecki, the guy from Roseanne. He's just like the most annoying one, I think. Like Sheldon, I will admit, Sheldon makes me like I'll hear something in the background every once in a while, and it's like, all right. But at least he's not just so fucking like I said, the Johnny Galecki character. He's just so obnoxiously annoying, like he was on Roseanne and like everything he's in. But it's funny. I like that you said right off the bat, it's like we can still be friends because I was gonna say I stopped at my parents the other day and my brother loves this show.
Yeah.
And it's like it's one of these shows he's always trying to like, yeah, so you watch that, right? And I'm like, no, I don't I don't I can't get into it, but yeah, so I agree with you there. And then I'll just go ahead and do my potent notable real quick.
Oh, that's your
It is
number. Wait,
that
was
was
yours?
my number 1.
Oh,
Was
okay. Okay.
yeah. Oh wait, did you do your number 1?
No, not yet.
Oh, I'm sorry, then you do your number 1. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think our dear friend Bishop is also a Big Bang Theory fan. I could be wrong in that, but I'm pretty sure he is. And Bishop's a good person, so
It's all right. Yeah,
I'll allow it.
he buys our T-shirts.
So yeah, Big Bang Theory, keep it. I would love to meet the people in like the cast of Big Bang Theory, and I bet you they're like the coolest people in the world
Probably.
too.
Yeah.
But screw that. So my number 1 is the biggest nerds in the world, and all of them think they're the coolest person in the world, but they're the biggest nerds in the world. It's a tie for first place. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Mark
all those
Zuckerberg,
Yeah.
anyone who thinks that we need to keep moving with AI, even if it's going to murder all of us. All of them, every one of them. and all the money in the world, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. So if I disappear, it was Bill Gates.
No, you know what? I had them in mind, but I was just like, I'm going to keep it more lighthearted. But there was in the new that Sebastian Maniscalco special I was talking about last week. He did actually have a part where he's talking about he's like how Jeff Bezos was such a fucking nerd, like until he became, Also, I forgot I was going to start off with this. One of my coworkers called me Nerd of the Month because I wear a seatbelt when I plow snow. Which to me, I was just like, Keith, you're calling me a nerd for that? Like, you could easily like hurt yourself doing this. Anyway, all right. So, all right, you're number one, awesome. And then, so my potent notable. This is a great character too, but I just put him because he's like such a shit, like kind of a shitbag person in the movie, and it's JP from Grandma's Boy. Do you remember? Like, have you seen Grandma's Boy?
I have. I don't know. Not enough to know who JP is.
Okay, he's like the, I guess, villain, if you will, at the end of the movie. He's like always wearing that black like coat, and he's like acts like a robot, and he's just like he's like this child prodigy, but like he's hysterical, like he's annoying and he's pathetic. But I mean, you laugh at him, but you're still just like, God, that guy fucking sucks.
Yeah, so, that's good. Good.
He's awesome.
My only potent notable was Screech, and it's not necessarily even in a negative way. It's he's kind of in the middle for me, because there's some stuff that Screech did that was funny, and then there's a lot of times where Screech was annoying, and then like real person Screech was a very what's the word I'm looking for?
Well, Dustin Diamond always
divisive.
Seemed like he was trying to. Well, yeah, but he also seemed like he was also trying to like whatever the word, like make up for something, like being a nerd. Like everyone knows you as a nerd. So when he grew up, he was like a black belt and everything, and he was just like, oh, you fuck with me and I'll knock you out. And it's just like, oh God. And then he like kind of ratted out all the cast members and everything, and no one cared about any of that.
Yeah, and then he died, and here we are. So rest in peace, Screech. To the big locker in the sky. And that's it for the show. This week's episode is over. That is our top 3 favorite and least favorite nerds. And so for next week's episodes, keep in mind, we're going to be doing one episode, and it's either going to be favorite TV episodes, Christmas songs, or action movies. And if you want to let us know what you would like us to do out of any of those 3, or just give us a list, add it to our YouTube channel, text me personally, text our phone line, 727-266-6469. Email us, sasaandgoff@gmail.com. Go to our Instagram and DM Goff at sasaandgoff on Instagram. And I don't know any other way to do it. So that's about it. Goff, any final words?
No, I think I had something, but you just talked way too long there, so it's okay.
Sorry.
We're good.
And you got to go to work anyway. So see you next week.
Later.